You have your top 50 unrestricted free agent story up at dailyfaceoff.com, so a little bit
Man,
more
I've taken a
off-season
beating
content.
on social media.
Really? Why?
Yeah, people have been all over me saying Michael Bunting, like, quit drinking the Leafs Kool-Aid. And I'm like, hold on a second. It's not me. I don't determine the free agent class, but because I put him number one, everyone's like, oh, Patrick Kane is the easy number one. Or what about Alex Killorn? All those guys are 5 and 6 years older than Michael Bunting. And by the way, like, Bunting has 109 points in his last two seasons. It's going to be more than that by the time this regular season is all said and done. Again, I don't make the class. I just rank them. And there's question marks about just about everyone, which is why it's an interesting debate. But like Kane needs offseason hip surgery and Killorn turns 34. Like you tell me who to put at number one. Oh, Ryan O'Reilly, he's missed 30 games this year and he's
Yeah.
got a broken finger, but some people are saying that he's having a foot issue again. Like there's like everywhere you turn, there's a question about this class.
Well, yeah, and also for the people saying you're drinking the Leafs Kool-Aid, have they heard your Austin Matthews takes from earlier this year? You do not drink the Leafs Kool-Aid at all. But
I
this
don't
is
drink
like a
anyone's
real
Kool-Aid.
yeah. This is a really subpar free agent group. Like I don't see anyone there that I look at and go, "Oh, that's like a franchise-changing kind of player," or like, "Oh, I'd be okay with my team giving that guy 7 years." It's just it's not there for me. I wonder if maybe are we gonna see an increase in trade activity this summer because there aren't, like, clear-cut solutions on the free agent market?
I think this really turns up the temperature on the trade market. Like, I think what you're going to see is all of a sudden a player like JT Miller, who's essentially starting a new contract at 7 years, 8 million, and has the no trade clause that kicks in for the Canucks. We know they tried to move him, but teams look at this free agent class and say, well, how do we get better? This free agent class isn't it. So we're going to have to go trade for someone. And especially if the salary cap is increasing, which I've never been more convinced that it is, that that means we'll see more trade activity than free agent signings. And Miller's the prime example of that. Would you sign JT Miller to a 7 year times $8 million contract if he hits the open market? And if you've watched the way that he's played under Rick Tocchet, you're like, yeah, all day long, this is an impact guy. But then the question is, you also need to pay an asset or two or whatever it is to get JT Miller from the Canucks. So again, it's I think it may not be eye popping, but I think it's a fascinating class to pick through because I also think that there's some real budget value finds that are out there in this class that aren't going to cost you an arm and a leg. A David Kampf, Garnet Hathaway, like go through that are not going to be a nuts acquisition that you can all of a sudden add to your team and improve it.